Hi, my name is Barrett Wright, and today we're going to talk about courteous driving and the harms of reckless driving. Reckless driving is very, very harmful, and I'm about to explain to you guys why. I have a lot of first-hand experience with this, and it's not bueno. It's really, really not bueno. It can get you in a lot of trouble. Reckless driving is a problem and seriously hazardous to everybody, no matter where you are or what you're driving. It could be the main road or the county road. No matter where you are, you could hurt yourself and others. I've had first-hand experience with reckless driving, and it's never safe. Never, ever is it safe. Ask yourself these questions if you think you're driving reckless. Am I speeding? If you're speeding, you need to stop. Speeding leads to less reaction time. Speeding puts your passengers at risk. And you need to ask yourself, are you angry? If you're angry, you're obviously going to operate your vehicle like it's a weapon, not a vehicle. You have to ask yourself why you're angry and figure out what the problem is and how to calm down. No matter how angry you are, it isn't worth it at all. No, nothing is worth it. You could start road rage with your anger and the actions that proceed after you're angry. And I'm going to tell you some experiences later on why that's bad. Speed, what it does to your car. Speeding not only is unsafe for you, but it's also unsafe for the car as well. When speeding, the tires start to lose traction, creating a bad situation. What I'm about to show you is what could happen when you're speeding. And keep in mind, it's not graphic or anything, but it is pretty mangled. That's an example of somebody that drove a Chevy Cobalt. Apparently, they were speeding and they spun out and hit a tree. It's very fatal, and they very well could have hit a kid, or they could have hit a bus full of kids, or an old lady in a parked car or something, or maybe somebody taking a walk. You never know. It's extremely dangerous. And this is obviously a head-on collision with somebody who wasn't paying attention. You can see on the car, the damage is completely extended to the point of totaling the car. And I don't know if the driver was safe or not, but I mean, you can honestly tell that this puts you in a bad state, and it's not worth it. Road rage. Road rage is not a good situation to be in. It's not. I've been in road rage myself, and you can get hurt or even worse. You don't know what that other person in that other car is thinking, and they very well could kill you. And it's happened to people before. The ways to prevent reckless driving are to listen to relaxing music. I like to listen to Beethoven and stuff, and it really helps me relax when people make me mad. Counting to 20 also helps. And even the littlest laughs help, so try to smile. Try to make yourself laugh with a stupid joke or something. It doesn't matter what it is. Just something to distract you. My first experience with reckless driving, I had a friend in the car, and we had gotten on a back road to go to my house. It was a 2-mile straight, and I floored it. And I thought I was having tons of fun. And I looked away, obviously, because I was having fun. I was laughing, we're having a great time. And I was going 80 and a 35. And I had my friend in the passenger seat, and I looked at him, and I said, look at how fast we're going. And I looked back, and I saw trouble. Another car pulled out in front of me, so I had to take evasive action to save our lives. And I had to turn right into someone's yard and drift through their yard, past a power pole, and back onto the other road. Like I said, I left the road and drifted into a yard, which had a big power pole in it, and I don't know how I missed it. I was lucky that I was alive after I stopped. And one of my friends was actually in a car behind me, and they saw it. The moral of the story is to think twice. What I learned from that experience is to literally slow down. Like, even if you think life is fast, you need to slow down. I learned that to remember that I'm not the only driver out there. And I also learned that I put people in danger when I do stuff like that, because I could have very well killed that family in the other car. And that's not good at all. My experiences with road rage. I once lived in Austin, Texas with my father, and the traffic down there is very bad because we used to live in the city. And people tend to get really, really angry. So you can obviously tell that this couldn't end well. Well, when I was in Austin, I left work one day because I was really mad and I was having a rough day. And as I pulled out of work, I pulled up to my normal light, and some guy cut me off to try to turn left. And so when the light turned green, I sped past around him in the turn lane and sped off while he was trying to block me and run me off the road. And this started to scare me, so obviously I got mad. He pulled up next to me and started to yell to me. Naturally, I started to verbally fight back, so things were getting really bad. After a minute, he tried to pull me out of the car, or he tried to get out of the car and try to pull me out of my car and try to fight me, which I wasn't gonna do that. Obviously, I'm way too smart for that. I couldn't do that. I'm not that kind of person. When he did, he started recording me, and I don't know why. He pulled out his phone and was threatening, to beat me and whatnot. And at this point, I told him when he got near me to back off and get away, and I was really scared. My anger got the best of me, and I kept yelling at him until traffic started to move, which probably wasn't the best idea ever. When traffic started to move, I ran off and sped away, scared that he was going to do something, because I didn't know if that guy had a gun or something in his car. All this happened because I was angry, and I decided to take my anger out on other drivers. And I can't stress this enough that it's not safe to be road ragey or speeding or anything like that. The moral of everything today was to educate you on how reckless driving is unsafe. And again, I stress that reckless driving is a problem, and it's seriously hazard to anyone, no matter where you are or what you're driving. It could be a main road or a county road. No matter where you are, you could hurt yourself and others. Seriously, think before what you do. And I appreciate you all listening to my version of the Pecha whatever this was for this class. I can't really pronounce it right at all. So again, I really appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate the support I got from making the PowerPoint.